Would they ever have dared mock Islam in a similar way? Would they ever have dreamed of mocking in this gross, public way a scene from the Quran? A deeply secularist, postmodern society knows who its enemy is. They're naming it, and we should believe them. They're telling us who they are. We should believe them.
Hi, guys, and welcome back to the Truth Speaker TV. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Okay, so the 2024 Olympics in Paris is trending, right? Because of the opening ceremony, which was gross, garbage. It's not woke. To me, that is just straight up demonic. Let's get into this video.
The 2024 Olympics opening ceremony sparked outrage on social media this morning over an apparent parody of the Last Supper painting with drag queens as Jesus and his disciples. Critics call it out as an attack on the faith of more than 2 billion Christians around the world. Stephanie Bennett has more.
John, the Olympics have started with highs, lows, and woes after train attacks, torrential rain, and now mixed reactions over some of the performances at the opening ceremony. Online critics say the many drag performances, beheading of Marie Antoinette and reimagining of the Last Supper performance in particular, were described as hypersexualized and making fun of Christianity. Tesla founder Elon Musk said on X that this was extremely disrespectful to Christians. And conservative French politician Marianne Maréchal saying on X that Christians were insulted by the drag queen parody and, quote, know that it is not France that is speaking, but a left-wing minority ready for any provocation. House Speaker Mike Johnson saying on X that last night's mockery of the Last Supper was shocking and insulting to Christian people around the world. But the people running the show say it was actually a modern take on the Greek god of wine and festivity, Dionysus, meant to show the absurdity of violence between human beings. As plenty of other social media users applauded the opening ceremony as weird, wonderful, and historic when 3 drag queens carried the Olympic torch for the first time.
I love the Olympics, so I turn on the opening ceremonies of the Olympics. What do I see now? And it's in Paris, France, a city I love. I spent 3 years as a doctoral student there. What do I see but this gross mockery of the Last Supper? And I won't describe it any further. Just go online. It's gone viral. You can see it. But this France felt evidently, as it's trying to put its best cultural foot forward, the right thing to do is to mock this very central moment in Christianity where Jesus at his Last Supper gives his body and blood in anticipation of the cross. And so it's presented, though, as this gross, sort of flippant mockery. France, which used to be called the eldest daughter of the church, Paris, that gave us Thomas Aquinas taught there, and Vincent de Paul was there, King Louis IX, St. Louis. France that sent Catholic missionaries all over the world. France, whose culture, and I mean the honoring of the individual and of human rights and of freedom, is grounded very much in Christianity, felt the right thing to do was to mock the Christian faith. A question I would pose, we all know the answer to it. Would they ever have dared mock Islam in a similar way? Would they ever have dreamed of mocking in this gross, public way a scene from the Quran? As I say, we all know the answer to that. I think, folks, what's interesting here is this deeply secularist, postmodern society knows who its enemy is. They're naming it, and we should believe them. They're telling us who they are. We should believe them. But furthermore, we Christians, we Catholics should not be sheepish. We should resist. We should make our voices heard.
Did you guys notice how the drag queens last night at the Paris Olympics opening, they were positioned exactly as in the painting The Last Supper, including the apostles over there at the right. But what is the creepiest is that Judas, who betrayed Jesus, you will see at the painting, they put a little girl, a little baby girl kid there representing Judah, who betrayed Jesus. So creepy. How was this allowed? And very dark times that we live in.
Okay, so this person was outraged and they said, men in wigs front and center at the Olympic Games. No one ever tell me this group is oppressed or marginalized again, right? Somebody said, whatever that comment is in the bottom, what's going on here at the Olympics, right? Another person commented, "Did you see what looks like a kid? So disgusting. Like, why is that kid even there?" Someone else commented, "Disgusting opening ceremony. Shame on you, France. Mocking Christ and slapping Christians in the face." Somebody else said, "Jesus is coming back very soon." Okay, so look no further. If you're wondering who is the brilliant team or guy who did this, there he is. This is Thomas Jolly. Yeah, bravo, Thomas, right? Who was the artistic director for the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics 2024. And we all know how that went and how it's going to go down in history, right? Disgusting. Like, never hire this guy ever again to do something like that. Somebody needs to have like double checked his work, like seriously.
My goal wasn't to be subversive, make fun of anyone, or shock people. My goal was simply to say that we're a part of this big we. And last night, we shared Republican ideas around inclusion, kindness, generosity, solidarity. Ideas that we greatly need, I think.
But anyway, you just saw what has outraged the internet. Well, let's continue watching these videos and you would see how Christians are reacting to this part of the show.
If you don't think symbolism is real, look at what just took place during the opening ceremonies for the Olympics. Here we saw a hidden cloaked figure riding on a horse. Behind him, what would seem totally abnormal is a pair of wings. What do we know about Lucifer and his fall? Well, he was a fallen angel, and 1/3 of the angels rebelled and fell with him. Revelation 6 mentions the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. One references to a white horse as well as a pale horse. So I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and the name of him who sat on it was Death, and Hades followed with him. In Revelation 6, we're told of the beast that rides the white horse. In Revelation 13:3, it tells us, "And all the world marveled and followed the beast." And what do we see here? That same cloaked figure riding a white horse. What's behind him? All the nations of the world following after him. This stuff isn't a coincidence. The imagery suggests that it's pointing exactly to the beast or the Antichrist of the book of Revelation.
Okay, so here are some comments that follow this clip. One person says, "It is death from the tarot cards. Paris has fallen." Revelation 6:8. And a lot of people quoted Revelation 6:8, right? Okay, so you just saw the video, right? And if you may have gone to Revelation 6:8 and read it, you may have your own opinions, right? A lot of people online stated that what we just saw is not death, but instead Joan of Ark. Well, I agree with this statement right here, this comment, which stated, this is satanic. It is satanic. It is satanic symbolism against God, against Christians, against humanity. And yeah, I agree, it is satanic. Okay, so this Mississippi-based telecommunications and technology company, C Spire, posted on X that it had pulled all of its advertising from the Olympics over the ceremony's mockery of the Last Supper, right? The post reads, "We were shocked by the mockery of the Last Supper during the opening ceremonies of the Paris Olympics. C Spire will be pulling our advertising from the Olympics." And I agree. Okay, guys, so Governor Tate Reeves responded to C Spire's tweet and he stated, "I am proud to see the private sector in Mississippi step up and put their foot down. God will not be mocked." C Spire drew a common sense, appropriate line. And I agree, right? There's not a lot of reputable companies out there. Some people just stay in there. They don't mind the disrespect. It's all about the dollar for them. It's all about greed. It's all about gaining the world and losing their soul. Whoever this company is, may God continue to bless them.
So Paris said, "We love darkness." And God said, "Say no more." Right after the Paris Olympics Antichrist opening, where our Lord Jesus' Last Supper was mocked, Paris was hit with a massive, widespread power outage. But that's not even the craziest part. The church Sacré-Cœur was the only place not affected by this widespread power outage. As you can see here, this place of worship was fully lit for the entire world to witness and see that Jesus will not be mocked.
It's wild how they only mock Christians and Christianity. And they do it to our face. Because you know what they know? They know, hey, these tolerant Christians, these Christians, they might complain. They might say something about it. But at the end of the day, they will say, God forgives. They'll forgive. They'll get over it. They'll still watch the Olympics. So who cares? Because they don't mock Islam. They don't mock anything else. They don't mock Scientology. They don't mock Judaism. They will mock Christians. And they're mocking us right now. Right? So, Christians, we got to make a decision, man. How much more are we going to take? Like, why was that even necessary? What does that have anything to do with the athletes? What does that have anything to do with these athletes? I don't get it.
I pray that God works on the hearts and the minds of those involved in this situation, and that they may come to know the truth and step away from the darkness. But guys, in the meantime, don't forget to say a prayer for the world. This is all I have for you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bye! Have a blessed one.